The move on Friday was, I think, significant because it meant that basically all rare earths are subject to now export controls as of December the 1st. So effectively, it increases the scope and depth of China's control. But certainly, I think this has been a bit of a wake-up call for Washington. They were definitely caught up by surprise. Beijing was caught by surprise as well because it didn't expect the Trump administration to go so aggressive in response. My own view is that they wanted to announce this to give them future optionality if trade talks weren't to go well, so that they could deploy effectively the rare earths card.
I think that China has short-term and long-term aims in this. And as you said, I think the short-term aims are mostly about giving themselves leverage ahead of negotiations with Donald Trump over some kind of trade settlement between China and the US. We, as we mentioned last episode, Alice, we saw the soybeans issue last time. In other words, China not buying a single soybean from the United States yet this autumn harvest in the US. That's one source of leverage. Now we've got this rare earth one, which is far and away greater than the soybean leverage because, as you've already said, these rare earths go into so many products that are essential for the US military industrial complex. And if there's anything I think that gets minds and pulses really racing in Washington, it is precisely that. So the idea that China has a stranglehold over the ability of the US to make weapons.
This trade war is a divorce that neither of the US nor China can afford. So they have to continue to be seen to talk. Unfortunately, talking is its own form of, I would say, resolution, meaning that both sides decide not to escalate. But I think as a result, we'll probably still have ongoing negotiations that deliver a degree of stability with some, obviously, volatility on the sides like Friday's announcement.